Imagine going to the courthouse to register your marriage with the love of your life, only to have the clerk look you in the eye and say, "Sir, you've already been married for 14 years." Your heart drops. You look at your pregnant wife, then back at the clerk, and realize your entire life is about to unravel because of a ghost from your past. I know how it feels to have the ground disappear beneath your feet. We all make mistakes when we're young, thinking they're just harmless jokes or fleeting moments. But sometimes those jokes don't stay in the past. They wait for the moment you're happiest to come back and haunt you. The truth is, we never truly know how much weight our words carry or how deep a scar we might be leaving on someone else. A moment of arrogance on my part turned into a decade of obsession for someone else. A year and a half ago, I had the perfect wedding. My wife, Sarah, and I were ecstatic. Life was moving fast. We had a beautiful home, and Sarah was 8 months pregnant. We'd been so busy that we kept pushing off the formal paperwork for our marriage license. Finally, last Tuesday, we walked into the county clerk's office in downtown Chicago to make it official. I handed over my ID, smiling at Sarah. The clerk typed into her computer, paused, and then looked up with a confused expression. "Mr. Miller," she said, "you're already registered as married since 2012. I laughed. "That's impossible. This is my first time getting married." She turned the monitor toward me. "It says right here, you filed a marriage certificate in Cook County 14 years ago. The spouse's name is Mia Kim." The world went silent. Sarah's face went pale. "Who is Mia Kim, David?" she whispered. I racked my brain. The name sounded vaguely familiar, like a distant echo from college. But a wife? I had never walked down an aisle. I had never signed a license. Or had I? We left the office in a daze. Sarah wouldn't even look at me. Back at the house, I dug through a box of old junk in the attic and found my old flip phone from sophomore year of college. After finding a charger that actually worked, I spent hours scrolling through ancient texts. And there she was, Mia. The memories started trickling back. 2012. I was 19, a cocky sophomore. We met at a crowded college bar near campus. She was quiet, wore thick glasses, and was a bit shy. My friends were ruthless. They made fun of her behind her back, calling her the Shadow. I remembered a night of heavy drinking. We were at a diner, and there was a marriage prank trend going around on social media back then. You'd fill out fake legal forms and post them for likes. I remember laughing, blurred by 5 shots of tequila, signing a paper she brought out. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a prop. But looking at the dates on my phone, I realized Mia wasn't joking. She had taken that paper to the courthouse while I was passed out and filed it. We only dated for a month. I broke up with her shortly after because my friends kept teasing me. I told her some horrible things, that I was an embarrassment, that I only stayed with her out of pity. I was a jerk, a total immature jerk. The next day, I tracked down where Mia was now. She owned a small, upscale boutique cafe in the suburbs. Sarah and I had actually been there once a month ago. The owner had served us coffee with a strange, knowing smile. I hadn't recognized her. She'd changed. She'd had surgery, lost weight, and looked like a completely different person. I went back to the cafe alone. When she saw me, she didn't act surprised. "Finally figured it out, David?" she asked, wiping the counter. "Mia, why? It was 14 years ago. We were kids. Why didn't you ever annul it?" She looked at me, and for a second I saw that heartbroken 19-year-old girl again. "You destroyed me, David, you and your friends. I loved you, and you treated me like trash. I kept that marriage legal because it was the only thing that tied me to the only man I ever truly wanted. Every time I saw you on social media, I felt like you were still mine." I begged her. I told her about the baby, about Sarah. She promised she'd help me fix it. I felt a wave of relief. But then the nightmare escalated. A week later, Sarah received a legal notice. Mia wasn't annulling the marriage, she was suing Sarah for alienation of affection, claiming Sarah was a mistress interfering in a legal marriage. She started sending Sarah terrifying texts. "He's my husband. Your daughter will be born illegitimate. I'm coming to take back what's mine." Sarah moved out to stay with her mother. I was losing everything. I realized Mia didn't want the marriage, she wanted the pain. She wanted me to feel as small and discarded as she felt back in college. So I took a risk. I started texting her back, playing a part. I told her I was miserable, that I missed her, that I finally realized that she was the one. I acted like I was falling for her new self. We met at a park. I looked her in the eyes and apologized, not for the legal mess, but for the person I was at 19. I told her she was a beautiful, successful woman who didn't need to live in the shadow of a college rejection. I told her she deserved to be happy with someone who actually loved her, not someone she held hostage. Something in her broke. The anger drained out. She dropped the lawsuit and signed the annulment papers the following week. The legal battle is over now. My daughter was born 3 weeks ago, and her birth certificate correctly lists me and Sarah as her parents. But every time I look at my ring, I'm reminded the past is never truly dead. We are the sum of how we treat people, and sometimes the bill comes due when you least expect it. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this incredible story in the comments below, and subscribe for more incredible stories.